Tong and I, we have performed this program around the world at this point. We've collected stories from the land, stories of drowning, stories of deep scars, stories of deforestation, of death. We've collected stories from our families, from our friends, from immigrants who have left everything they've ever known to pursue something better somewhere else. We've heard stories of mothers losing their children, so many stories. And wanting to start again, that's when we realized it's really a story about us, all of us. We all go through these moments of, the world is heavy, these problems are too big for me, I can't get out of bed. And this concert, for us, it grew out of climate change, our response to forest fires, but it is a decision that we make every single day. Sometimes the victory is just getting out of bed and wanting to start again. Wanting takes courage, takes vulnerability, and such great love. And throughout this concert, throughout this program, you are going to have many chances of reflection in whatever way makes sense for you, and whatever emotions come up from whatever memories, in whatever associations, we invite you to feel them with your whole self.
So everyone, when they walked in, got 3 pieces of colored paper, and these are what we call your wanting to start again recipe cards. And what does that mean? So, I love recipe books, recipes for cooking, for baking, and these are so precious, especially when they're passed down, especially when they're handwritten. And the wanting to start again recipe cards are a recipe you go to when you find yourself at your lowest. For example, when you can't wake up or want to get out of bed. What are some of the things you have already written for yourself as a clue, as a love letter to the future, to your future self? This is a secret to help you want to start again.
it was so wonderful to have this caliber of classical music here in a beautiful venue in the rural Ottawa area. NAC quality for sure, and we got to experience this out here. The message was motivational. The series of songs from low to high was really moving, and I'm honored to have been here.
Where I was sitting, I could see the performers' faces and see the moments where they were taking delight and moments when they were reflecting, and you could just feel their talent and their passion. And it was just a really, it was moving, and it was surprising, and it was just very enjoyable.
Every single time that we performed for these audiences in this past 3 days, they have shown us such incredible attentiveness, warmth. They listened with their whole selves. They were really in the space with us, and that gives us such a feeling of gratitude and it just awe and wonder. Like, we cannot believe how incredibly blessed we are to have been able to do this 3 times in a row. We are really grateful to the audiences here for sharing their energy with us and giving us that space and the strength to keep doing this program over and over again. And we love it here. We're very grateful.
Yes, echoing what Maitre has said, the first word, of course, that came to mind is gratitude. Incredibly grateful whenever we're met by an audience with such open arms and really open hearts. In our world today, it really isn't to be taken granted for when people listen with open hearts. I think we're very inspired. Of course, each concert we pour our hearts in and we draw from the depth of our emotions to try to give a very raw and tender part of ourselves. And this audience has really called out something very special. I think as we play, as we interact with them, and we see their eyes, we see the way they're listening, and it's truly very, very special and personal. And hearing them also talk to us afterwards, their surprise, their excitement, and reading what everyone has written on their trees, on their recipes, I think we're learning so much. We're so curious. We're experiencing this program fresh so many times thanks to Ottawa. So incredibly, incredibly grateful.
There's one thing that we could leave audiences with, especially in light of this, for us, coming from a very personal place, this program, but also from a place of climate change and how our emotions tie into these complicated and difficult topics that we don't have answers to. We would love for people to remember that it is incredibly human and beautiful and important to feel what you feel. There are no negative emotions. There are no bad emotions. Welcome all emotions like they are friends, and allow yourself to sit with them and see the change that can come from that. And connect with your community. That's the only way we're going to get through any of this, is if we connect with community.